Alright, so today is Monday. I don't like Mondays. But who likes Mondays? People who have calendars. Those people like Mondays. The only good thing about Mondays right now during quarantine is the fact that HelloFresh comes on Mondays. So we get our meals that we have prepped for us for the week, which means no thought needs to go into it and very minimal work. I have spent my Monday in these joggers. In this shirt. I worked out this morning and that is the only productive thing that I have done. I then proceeded to take a nap. I watched a lot of television. I watched a Star Wars movie. There's someone out there that's excited about that. But now, the second productive thing I'm doing today is cooking dinner. I actually filmed my first week with HelloFresh and I will link that in the description. That was a long time ago. I do not obviously do HelloFresh every single week. That would be absolutely insane for my bank account. However, I'm very much taking advantage of it in this quarantine opportunity where I have to make dinner all the time. I not only have to make breakfast and then I have to make lunch and then I have to make dinner. Do you know how many dishes that is? Oh my gosh. And all the thought and process when I go to the grocery store, not down for it. So this has been saving me when I want to have a lazy week. And I'm going to make my favorite meal, which is one that I buy like almost every single time I get a HelloFresh box. And that is why am I making myself say this on camera? Bibimbap. Bibimbap. But this is the pork and veggie one. We've had it with chicken. We've had it with beef. Either way, it's a rice bowl basically. But they send you these little handy dandy things, but it's also on your phone with the app if you want to follow the instructions that way, or you just, I don't know, you hate paper. I don't know what you're into. But it has the beautiful picture with all the ingredients listed. And then all the instructions on the back with pictures. God, people really don't realize how pictures really help kids, but also adults. I'm very much into pictures. So prep time is 10 minutes, so 20. Prep time never takes the amount of time for prep time. But what's good about this, at least, is it's already portioned for me. The only thing I have to do is cut things up. But bibimbap takes so long to cut everything up. It's my least favorite part, but it's the only hard part. So everything else is just throwing it in a pot. Anyway, this is a Cooking with Haley HelloFresh edition. I'm not even using this in this recipe. It was just the first thing I could grab. All right, so what do we, first things first, let's read the instructions. All right, number one is we have to cook the rice in a small pot, bring it to a boil, stir, simmer. I don't do that part first, but that's because, like I said, me prepping these vegetables takes most of my time because you have to ribbon the carrots. If you don't know what that is, you're about to see. Super fun. Not really. It's like a whole production, you guys, whole production. So we're gonna do that first. All right, so we're gonna open up the produce. There's a lot of stuff in there. Oh yeah. So we have our rice. We're doing that second. Sauces and stuff we can put aside. What the f is this? This better have broken off of this carrot. Oh yeah, it did. That fits perfectly. All right, you guys, don't worry. It fits perfectly. They didn't just shove a stupid nub in my box. That would have been weird. That's ginger, garlic, all the sauces and meat we're gonna separate. All right, so first we're going to do the annoying part, which is ribboning the carrots. So I grab a peeler. All you have to do is first peel all the gross stuff. It's the stuff that reminds you this comes from nature. We don't want any of that in our food. We don't want to be reminded that this comes from the ground. We want the knowledge that this stuff comes from the ground, you know, because we know that that's good for us. However, we don't want to taste the ground. We don't want to see the ground like that. We don't want to see that. That's a no. And then you take your peeler and you start ribboning them. So like you want that flat piece. We want to make basically carrot bacon. When I saw that people are making carrot bacon, they should be using that for some bibimbap. That's what they should be using that for. Like that doesn't look like bacon. I always start holding it out, almost like I'm sharpening a knife. Which don't worry, I know I'm not that cool. We're making carrot bacon. Apparently that's a thing now. What is 2020? I don't know anymore. We're just gonna put that to the side because I don't really feel like getting out another cutting board. Okay, so we got our carrot bacon. Now we need to cut in half our zucchini. And I just realized I totally did this the wrong way, and I'm gonna make this more difficult on myself, but please do not leave a comment that I did this the wrong way. I'm aware I did this the wrong way. Today's Monday, I'm just winging it. All right, half the zucchini. We just need the garlic, the ginger, and the green onions. But that's super boring, so I'll be right back. Oop, okay, it is now 20 minutes later, and I've now finally finished. See, look at how little that looks. Do they have a giant cutting board? Because this is completely taking over my cutting board. But this is the carrot bacon, the half zucchini. I split these green onions into the white parts and the green parts, I don't really know. Garlic and then ginger. And then we need to now start the rice. Then that will come into play later, trust me. So I'm gonna put that right next to the, oh great. I love that I just started moving a knife. Love that I cook unsafely. Okay, cool. All right, next we need to start the rice. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. What's nice is the rice is already in your serving size. So you literally just have to add water and dump it in. You don't even need a measuring cup. I love that so much. I love not dirtying up cups. Which, like, doing this with one hand because I'm a weirdo that cooks with a camera. Okay. I really should measure the water. Am I going to measure the water? Oh my gosh, there's a carrot on here. It's embarrassing. 1.25 cups of water and add a pinch of salt. Cooking instead of baking is very much more go with the flow, which is way more my style. We grab some Kirkland salt, put a dash in there, and then we'll wait to add the rice. But until then, we need to do our next step, which is to add all the sauces together. Oh my God, why don't I have any lighting over here? What? Oh crap! You take this lovely tiny bottle, love tiny things, pour it in there. We're gonna let that marinate, and then I just put this in the fridge until we're done. Next, we combine all of the sauces. We grab the sesame oil. See, like, how great is this that you don't have to measure anything out? We are doing half of the soy sauce, which is the one thing I hate about this, that when they tell you half of something, because like, I don't know what half is. Okay, we're gonna say that's half. Then we need a tablespoon of sugar. Oh, a tablespoon. And then we add half the sriracha they give you. Then you mix. There you go. And then that comes in play later. Next. So we just did all of that. Now we need to go to cook veggies, heat and drizzle oil, add carrots, salt and pepper, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we cook the veggies first, then we cook the meat, and then we combine everything. All right. Gotta pull out my one big pan, like every millennial and Gen Z. Actually, I shouldn't say every millennial. A lot of millennials have more than one pan. I have one big pan. This is what I cook. Anything that says medium to large skillet. Oh, I forgot the first rule of cooking. A beverage. And my rule of quarantine is you drink everything out of a wine glass so you feel fancy and like you've had a tough day and you finally accomplished something. Cheers. So that's not hot at all. Not hot. Still not hot. Why isn't it hot? I'm getting tired. Heat and drizzle oil. Add carrots, season with salt and pepper. Cook for 3 to 4 minutes. Remove from pan. Add another drizzle of oil. Add zucchini, salt and pepper. Cook for 3 to 5 minutes. The one thing I don't understand is why we don't just cook it all at once. That's always baffled me. I think I'm gonna cook it all at once, even though it says to cook it separately, but it seems weird to cook 2 vegetables for the same time in the same pan, but separately. Sometimes I wonder if I even know how to cook. All right, so we're gonna take my handy dandy sprayer that has avocado oil in it that I broke yesterday. It still works, but I have to manually push it back. So like I can squirt it, but then I have to squirt it, put it back. I need to buy one of these, but that requires me doing something. All right, we're just gonna throw these on now because I am getting impatient and hungry. Copper, can you stop? Thank you. He's scratching at the door because he wants to go lay with Dad. But then if I close the door with him in the room, then he scratches because he wants to be with Mom. He just wants options. What you doing? You want to be in there with Dad? Okay, let's show the people what you do. Okay. Go on now. Now he's back at the door. I can't please him. I can't please him. Oh my god, my hair is irritating me. I just want to put it in a bun. We're gonna sprinkle some salt. That was a lot of salt, oops. See, that usually gets stuck and it didn't get stuck. It played a prank on me. All right, update on the food is we have the rice boiling. Well, not really boiling, it's simmering. We have the count there for when the rice is done. Dog update, he is back at the door. Upset that he didn't get to play. I'll let you in, but then you can't scratch to get out. I'll leave it cracked. Maybe I'll learn to open it. Seems like something he'll learn to do. All right, I hear some good sounds, some cooking sounds. Hashtag cooking ASMR. Gonna cook, 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 cook. All right, we have now designated that Copper is now staying out here because he will not stop scratching the door, and now he's going to the door. That's how you know I've had an easy day, is that's the biggest annoyance that's happened to me today. I try and make quarantine as stress-free as possible so I don't have an anxiety attack. I think the way to survive this quarantine is to just be in straight denial about what's happening. We're gonna get a bowl out, which usually I frown upon dirtying up a bowl, but this bowl is super easy to clean, so I don't really care. Scooping out some of the carrots. I want the zucchini to cook a little longer. Because I don't know why I just shot myself in the butt and decided to cut the zucchini so thick, and then I also wanted to cook them together. Apparently I'm self-sabotaging. I don't want this meal to turn out well because apparently none of my videos can turn out the way that I planned them to. Such a Cinderella story for that to happen. Pork, garlic, ginger, romaine soy sauce. Okay, I know where I'm supposed to be. I don't know why I picked that one up by hand. That was brave of me. Okay, the rice. Turn off the timer. Oh, that was hot. Oh, I always forget the lids are hot. And I just picked it up again. Why did I do that? We got the rice, we got the veggies. Those are done, set those aside. Time to start the meat. We gotta use slit. I'm the type of person that squeezes ground meat out like toothpaste. How do you do it? I feel like there's an easier way to do it, and I do it a weird way. We're going to add ginger and the garlic. That looks so gross. On camera, it's like I forget how to cook. It's embarrassing. I all of a sudden just have no idea what I'm doing, but you know what? I'm getting it together. I'm remembering how to make it. I'm remembering how to cut meat up. And then you just cook it. And I like to just constantly stab it, you know? Once again, we're reading our instructions ahead of time because we're prepared, because we are making this a good cooking day. So wait until all the pork is cooked through. Luckily, pork is super easy to tell. Then add remaining soy sauce and stir until 1 to 2 minutes, and then we're done. I need a drink so we're not dehydrated. Okay, I'm gonna start combining the bowls. Another thing that makes me super fancy is we put it in these wooden bowls. How fancy are these? We did not buy them, they were a gift. Okay, so you take some rice, put it in a bowl. Very simple. Your child could do this. It's way easier to assemble while you're waiting, otherwise some of the food gets cold. We're gonna put some of the veggies in here. We're gonna put the ribboned carrots. All right, because that's about done, I'm just gonna turn this off. So next, now that we have the rice and the veggies, I'm getting out those pickled white scallions. I think he settled on the word scallions. All right, we got those scallions on. Oh, that's where the veggies were in. This is the sauce we're gonna add on top. So we got the pork that's been cooking in the soy sauce. All right, that's all done. Ooh, finishing touches. Now we need to take this sauce. Oh my God, how am I gonna do this with one hand, you guys? Let's say a prayer. All right, that turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. All right, and now for the actual finishing touches. Yes. I don't know why adding green onions on top of something makes it look so much more gourmet. All right, you guys, that is the pork bibimbap. You can't see the rice or the other stuff that's on underneath, but that's why I like these bowls. They're like so deep. Let's do a comparison. Okay, theirs looks way better than mine. But you know what, they have like the chopsticks, the aesthetics, they have everything separated. That's really the key to an aesthetic looking dish, is to actually separate it and not pile it on top like layers like mine. All right, well you guys, I hope you're having a good Monday. Start your day off strong. Make yourself a good meal, pour yourself a drink, and yeah, thanks for cooking with me. Cheers.